And we are go. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, hello, all the kitties. Everybody visiting. Everybody's here. Cats, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Hello, everybody. I am ready to start my weekend. I'm off the next 2 days, so I'm excited to put some time into some games. So, excellent. So, I have 2 potential projects to start on today. And I thought I would see which one you guys might like the most. So here's what we're looking at. I've had 2 recommendations made to me, and I liked both of them. There's all my Buffy kitty butts. Nice, buddy. Midnight doesn't like to share spaces. The first one is that I extend this section out here, or at least cut off the end of it, and make it an actual farm. And I get one of every mystical agriculture seed. Now, as we've mentioned earlier, I'm not going to use mystical agriculture for stuff. Like, I'm not going to use the gear and all that. But having one of every seed, should down the road someone need help with something, would give us that idea. We would give some more farming area, and that would give me every mystical seed. We'd put those together. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is we go back to the archive, which is where I'm going right now. So you see what I'm talking about. Yes, Big Squeaky, I have returned. So as many of you know, I have my bosses over here. This is our throne room over here. That one doesn't have anything. This one, of course, is the primary part of the archive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game crashed. Well, whoops. Give me a moment. We'll get that back up again. But we'll talk about it. So as you know, in that archive there is where I'm collecting all of the monsters in the game, right? We've talked about that. Well, it was given an interesting idea that that 4th door, where we don't have anything at this point being built, that we make a room that's kind of like the room where we're keeping all of the different monsters in the game, but set a goal of trying to get all of the player skins in the game. You know, there's all the different, I was collecting heads, but those all belong to bodies. And we would then have a cage or space for every single person in the game. Now, this is all under the assumption they don't despawn, of course. But that is something I could build myself or do later. One of these I could do later. One of them we could work on a later stream. But those are the 2 things I thought we'd jump into this evening. And Fiery Henry says, I just want to thank you for all your tutorials. You are very welcome, and thank you for coming by. Sorry the game crashed on me. My PC's been up and running all day while I've been at work, so it may have just been a little tired. Sometimes when I jump through portals a little bit too quickly, it confuses the game. So, yeah, so we could work on Mystical today, get a new farm up and going. And it wouldn't just be any old farm. No, not in Draven. It'd be old McDraven's farm. So we'd need a barn, maybe some animals. We would actually make a farm, but the field would be all of the different mystical seeds. I wouldn't bother automating it because I just need one of each. But that would be kind of cool. The little farm out there, old McDraven's farm. We've got a little bit of time to jump on tonight. Teresa, got a few people liking the first idea. Excellent. That's kind of the one I was leaning towards as well. I like the other one, but I think it might be better if I built it off camera and then caught as many of them as we can and then kind of put that together. Because that's same old kind of thing. I really like that idea, and I'd like to put it together. Let's see. Oh, firing it back up again. As always, lately, I've had to say, with my PC issues I'm having, of course, there's the chance that if this crashes, I'll fire up another one immediately after. And give me just a couple minutes to get everything boot backed up again. I'm hoping to be able to devote some time this weekend to try to finally narrow down if it's the RAM or not. And if so, I may just go ahead and buy new ones. Instead of messing with warranty, I may just drop a little money and order some new ones and get them in there for the convenience of it. But yeah, so we're looking at that. Let's see. Let's see what everybody seems to like the mystical idea. Okay. The game is trying to load right now. if it doesn't, something may have glitched when I tried to go into the other realm when I was porting around and such. Yes, it's crashed again. All right, give me a second. Game has crashed. Exit code 0. That's a new one. Give me just a minute. See if we can re-get this going again. And then we'll start working on that. 5 terabytes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I have plenty of RAM, but, you know, if it's broken, it's not doing me much good. So if I can narrow down which stick it is, I've got slots for 2 more I'm not using. I could leave the one that's in there, order 2 more, take the bad one out. I'd actually have more than I started with, you know, assuming everything will handle that much. I have to look into all that business. And by I have to look into it, I mean reaching out to my friends who are way more knowledgeable than me and having them look into it. That's how we roll. All right, it's loading up again. I went ahead and shut down the launcher and everything real quick, so hopefully that'll let us run a little bit better this time. Pretty cool. So again, while that's booting up, let's chat about tomorrow. So tomorrow morning is the morning stream because, you know, that would only make sense if I was in the morning. We are doing the test drive. So we're going to have 2 new mod packs that we're going to be testing out. The 2 that I have chosen for this week are going to be Levitated and the Fabric Adventure Pack, both recommended on the Discord channel. I pulled them up. They seem to work just fine. I didn't but run around for a minute or two just to see if anything would go crazy, glitchy, or crash, and they seem to work fine. So Levitated looks frustratingly interesting. And then the Fabric one looks like it's more of an exploratory level. And you have to choose a class when you start, like a warrior or a wizard. So I'm interested to shoot both of those out, and we'll give those a shot in the morning. Black and white paper. Am I using the Beast launcher, or am I using the Technic launcher? I use the Overwolf Curseforge launcher for Sky Factory. For everything except for our Stoneblock server, which we have to use the Feed the Beast launcher. Yeah, usually a lot of times I'll refresh my computer, reboot it up before we stream, just kind of get everything fresh. But this is the one night where I get off work, and I had a late call, so I actually got off work and had about 12 minutes to run to the bathroom, get everything fired up and ready for the stream, so I didn't have time to reboot it all today, or, you know, eat. So, Cola's Canada outside and hot as tech. We're having that issue as well. Last year, right in the last month before it really started to warm up, our thermostat went out. We thought it was something bigger, and we're just kind of running on space heaters for a few weeks. And then I, after some work, realized it was a thermostat, so I went and I put another one in, and it worked fine all year running the air conditioning. Absolutely no problem. Then it started to get colder, and we switched it to heater. And when I switched it to heater, it now won't turn off. Like, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I can't, other than literally turning it off myself manually, the blower won't stop. So I don't know if I wired something up wrong. Who knows? I'm not the wisest. Well, kids, we're having a problem here. It's not loading again. I'm afraid something may have gone kaput when I was bouncing through into... So it would be on a day, or I don't. That's not cool. Well, if I can't get Sky Factory 4 to load, it's going to be a hard time figuring out what to stream. So, yeah, because we have to bounce to something else. Yeah, I mean, I could probably pull it from a backup, but I'll have to go in there and do all that. Yeah, yep, it crashed again. Let's see. So it's going to be that kind of. All right, let me see what I can do here. I apologize that you have to sit here and stare at my face while I'm trying to troubleshoot this. I really am. What if you do tomorrow for us tonight? Tomorrow is the members stream, so unfortunately, a lot of the member folks aren't available on Saturday nights. The regular folks, I would hate to take away that chance for them for tomorrow. All right, let me get in here. Saves. Ooh, that's not good. Hang on. Let me. There's this one. There's this one. There's an old save from December 28th. A lot of things have happened. Let's see here. Tomorrow morning's games. Oh, tomorrow morning. That would be potentially possible. Hop on Stone Block and see if it works. Yeah, I could try to just fire up any other mod. I was just hoping. It's not showing me a lot of save options, which is unusual. Hello, Blazing Gaming. Good day. Well, welcome to the channel. You picked a good day. Right now, Sky Factory 4 is not working for me for some reason, and it is frustrating and everything. Should not be. Back out of here. So there's Sky Factory. The saves. I'll try one more time. I just flipped something and see if that'll help. If not, then this may end up being me running around on the Stone Block server, which, to be honest, is just a big giant cave that I started to hollow out so I could start building in and haven't actually got a chance to build in yet. So that would be another thing. Yeah, most people seem to find me from Sky Factory 4, although once in a while I get someone who finds me from Merged Worlds, and that always tickles me. Yes, members, well, it's the server. It's switched from Volcano Block to Stone Block. So right now it's running that. Although, we are only 4 memberships away from getting a second server. Getting dangerously close. 4 new members sign up, and we have server number 2. Well, it'll take me like 24 hours and 48 hours to get it up and going, but we'll have one. And that will be cool. Let's see. What else is there? So tomorrow night is the member stream. Once a month, we have a members only stream for those folks who are part of the membership program. It's usually things like Jackbox and stuff like that. Although I'm looking at potentially another Jackbox-like game. It's only one game, but we may try it tomorrow as well. So that would be cool. And so there won't be a public stream tomorrow night. But I will be back Monday night again, assuming this stuff works, for some Sky Factory 4. And we'll give it a shot. The only concern, of course, I have is that I haven't tried Sky Factory 4 today. But I did download 5 new mod packs to see which ones would work well for tomorrow's test drive. So there's the concern that something I've downloaded has messed this up. No, Xbox. I believe they're talking to Blazing Gaming. He popped in a little bit here and said he was new here a couple minutes ago. Let's see. Option. So I can get Sky Factory itself to load. I'm going to try to load a different world. And if it does, then I know it's not the game. There's something corrupted in the world. And that could be an issue. If nothing loads, then there's that. We'll see. Trying to go into the world I filmed my tutorials. I was actually rebuilding a tutorial. The tutorial world loaded just fine. So it's something has glitched again. Well then, all right, guys, we've got a decision to make then, don't we? You guys have a choice. I can jump into the Stone Block server and start, in creative building something interesting there. Or I could jump into the Sky Factory world that I'm on, and you guys could watch me build a tutorial or two. I was building the tutorial for the laser drill farm when yesterday I finally got a chance to work a little bit more on that. Let's see here. All right. So I know that it let me into that one. I'm going to see if it'll let me into my regular world now on a whim. See if it'll let me get in there. See, I've been downloading VODs from Twitch, uploading to YouTube. Not getting any views on YouTube. Don't know why. I may stick with Twitch. Twitch is more popular for streaming. I mean, it really is. Folks, I get asked quite regularly if I'll be switching, and I won't, just because this is where my community is. But a lot of folks, majority of people who stream on Twitch. Mixer gone, most of them went there as well. There's a few that do Facebook gaming, and I've never messed with that, so I couldn't tell you much there. Yep, trying to load into the world crashed again, so that's Sky Factory 4. Wow. We would probably have time for both, to be honest with you. I probably, it won't take me super long time to get the tutorial finished built, at least give you an idea, show you how those work. It's just done in creative, but I could do that first, and then we could switch over to Stone. We can do both tonight, you know. We got time. I got no life planned. We got good. Graham says, your videos have helped me on my Sky Factory so much. Thank you. You're very welcome. I appreciate you coming by and saying that. I try. So, while we're waiting, it's time to ask about important questions. Number 1. What is the best type of cheese, and why is it extra sharp cheddar? Go. These are the questions that affect our world. I need your opinions, no matter how wrong they may be. It is cheese much. Wow, I love cheese. Smoked Gouda is a Gouda cheese. I wouldn't say it's the best cheese, but it's a good one. See? Swiss and extra sharp cheddar, because it's sharp, and we all like sharp. I agree. I want my cheddar as sharp as possible. If there is not a danger that it will cut my mouth, it is not sharp enough. But I really, really do enjoy that. Hot and melted. That is true. True. Cheese, warm or hot cheese is always better than cold cheese. Also an interesting fact. Heating up cheese unlocks more flavoricious. America, because I love plastic. That's true, but that's not cheese. I can't count that. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, the cheese is an important thing. And while I love the extra sharp cheddar the very best, and I do, there is one cheese that I personally feel is superior when making a grilled cheese sandwich. Provolone is the cheese I always get on my subs, Teresa. If I'm getting a sandwich somewhere, provolone goes well. Mexican cheese, depending on what you're calling Mexican cheese. Because, you know, a lot of Mexican cheese, like the shredded cheese, is just a mixture of Colby Jack and sharp cheddar anyways. Sometimes a little pepper jack in there, depending on where you're at. But around like a queso cheese, like a nice queso, that is the ultimate chip dip, is queso. But the cheese that I prefer to make a grilled cheese sandwich with when I can is Monterey Jack, which is a good cheese to munch on, but in a grilled cheese sandwich, Monterey Jack is delicious. I'm going to tell you guys a Roommate John story. I don't get to tell you guys Roommate John stories that much because most of them aren't appropriate for this stream. All right, let's pop in here. So, the game should be up here in just a second. There we go. All right. Queso is phenomenal. I agree. So again, I'm building a laser drill farm inside of a compact machine. The goal being to show how mine works in the tutorial. So I'm building a finished version. That's what this is. And then I'm going to have another compact machine where I've just got a few started, so that way I can actually show the act of building it. So a lot of times I build tutorials backwards. So this will be the finished project we're going to look at. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to film what it looks like. You know, I'll build another compact machine with what it starts as. And in the tutorial, you'll see the other compact machine where there's only maybe one row, and then okay, here's how I build, here's how I connect, here's how I build. I'm like, and now we're going to time lapse and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And then it fades out, comes back in, it looks like I finished the room, when in reality I have a whole second room and I just jump right over to that and keep filming. Movie magic. But yeah, so that's kind of those things there. Where you can relax and build and relax and just explore. Yeah, I do enjoy. I do miss some Subnautica. All right. So I've got that. Now I'm going to need mineral batteries. So, energy battery, 16 million. Grab a couple of those. Well, grab one of those technically. Pop. Oh, roommate John's story. All right, so roommate John. We lived together. We both had multiple jobs during the several years we lived together. But John, he had some of the most interesting jobs. He worked in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I mean, I did too, but he worked at a candy shop. And it's a candy shop that makes a lot of money, like tons, millions. It's a very, very successful candy shop. That's not the one I want. On this one. So they were always allowed to bring home extra candy at the end of the night, stuff that didn't sell and things. And so I remember for the year when he worked there that year, it was all, everybody got candy for Christmas that year. All right, wait. This. Yep. So yeah, everybody got candy that year. And I mean, nobody complained about that. Why would they? It's candy. But chocolate covered this and that. And he was the type of person that, you know, John was a klepto. I mean, I should probably throw that right out of the gate. John liked to take stuff that wasn't his. But again, it's one of those things where he would never take from somebody he liked. I never, ever had any concern he'd take anything of mine. He just wasn't that kind of person. But he liked to take. And so even when he had lots of candy, there was a extra lot of candy in the house. But the reason I bring this up is he had worked fast food restaurants for the vast majority of his life. He's worked a lot of other stuff, but he did a lot of fast food, as did I, right? That's kind of the thing there. With the Pancake Pantry, right? Yes, they have that there. That is one of the many delicious restaurants that is in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. But he ran a Wendy's for years. He was assistant manager, and then he had his own store. He was very good at that type of job. We both managed Taco Bell's together for a while, but he was always a bit better than that. So he was working Wendy's, and the amount of food that would come home with him on a regular basis. Now, I need to stress, food being entire packs of cheese, packages of buns, boxes of meat. I have never taken a thing from a place I worked at, but boy, he did not mind at all. And I remember one time he was like, "Hey, you like cheese, right?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, everybody likes cheese. I'm offended that you implied some people don't. But yes, I am in love with the cheese. You are aware of this." He's like, "Yes, here, I got you a present. Consider it early birthday." And I'm like, "Okay." And they had just had the Wendy's Monterey Jack burger. Now, I got to throw you guys, this was 15 to 20 years ago. This is not any time recent. Sadly, John passed away almost 10 years ago at this point. But back in the day, inside were just blocks. So like long blocks that were stacks of slices, kind of like you see your American cheese slices. The stack of Monterey Jack, stack of Monterey Jack, stack of Monterey, one long pack. And it's quality Monterey Jack. I'll tell you that. Of all the fast food places that we worked at, Wendy's used some of the higher quality materials. And boy, that's when I discovered Monterey Jack grilled cheese sandwiches. There were so many Monterey Jack grilled cheese sandwiches. Because that pack of cheese I just mentioned, you know, there's a lot of cheese in there. And he had 15 of those packages. And he sold a few of them. Like, who do you sell a block of cheese to? You're not out on the street whipping open the trench coat saying, hey, man, you looking for some Gouda? Like, I mean, it's just not doable. I don't know how you pull that off, but Lord, he found a way. But, yeah, that was when we discovered Monterey Jack grilled cheese. And boy, that was all we ate for like, we froze it. Like, we froze cheese. We didn't want it to go bad. We knew there was way more. Oh yeah, who wouldn't take some? I was like, I mean, you can't. Most of the people we knew worked at the restaurants or worked with him, so you can't go around giving it away to other people. You know, I don't know where he found that many people to give it to. But yeah, good guy. Yeah, Monterey Jack is delicious. If you've never had a Monterey Jack grilled cheese sandwich, you are robbing yourself of a delectable treat. Get yourself a little bit of Monterey Jack. Put it in your grilled cheese sandwich. Cut it thick. Gotta be thick. And then if you have that, then you gotta dip it in ketchup. Now, we've had this conversation before. Where I come from back in the old country, the motherland, if you will. That's how we eat our grilled cheese sandwiches. Dip them in ketchup. All grilled cheese sandwiches can be dipped in chocolate. Don't do it in chocolate. That's gross. You can do it in ketchup because that's phenomenal and everybody should. Let's see. I like to use polished andesite. You'll notice that a lot of times in my tutorials, I have a habit of using the same kind of blocks, and I do that purely for the consistency. So people, who come across my tutorials will be able to say, oh, this is one of these guys' tutorials. Because sometimes if you're new to looking at these things, you may not realize that you've looked at 5 of mine yet, you know? And I want people to be able to say, oh, this is someone I can trust, and I'll come back and look at their stuff again later. So the goal anyways, right? So what I'm doing here right now is I'm building the positions to build my lava generator, my automated lava. So that way I'm going to have 2 down here that run 2 of the batteries and 2 more geothermals, lava loops up here running the other 2 batteries. Because to run all of these, you're going to need 4. And again, there are other ways that you could power it with flux and all of that outside. And I totally get that. Again, I try to do it with the earliest to get materials in the game. Food question. What's your favorite type of chip? Well, now, that's an interesting question that requires me to ask for clarification. So when you say chip, my friend, do you mean regular potato chip, as in what is my favorite flavor? Or type of chip, such as Dorito, corn chip, Fritos, Funyuns, things of that nature, Sun Chips? What is... I mean, because that's, food is important to me. I'm fat. You probably didn't realize that. But it is important to me that I use accurate representation. What do you put on your tacos? I actually prefer a steak soft taco than regular ground beef, but I'll do ground beef. Sour cream and cheese. If I go to a restaurant and they put lettuce and tomato on it, I'm fine with that. If I go to Taco Bell, I'll get a Taco Supreme. I'm not one to tell people to take stuff off of food. If I'm paying for it, you better give me everything I'm paying for. But I will order extra of things that I like. But again, I am not one to, even if I don't really like it, I'll be like, I paid for it. Put it in there anyways. Probably not the best conservationist there. Let's see. Types as in all kind of types, not just potato. That is a delicious question, and I'm glad that you asked it of us. So if I was to, pick my favorite chip, I will look at it from, if I could only have this type of chip for the rest of my life, but I could have as many of them as I wanted, I would probably choose ketchup-flavored potato chips. Would be my number 1. But if I was to say best overall type of chip, I really like corn chips. Corn chips are delicious. Especially, you know, the flavored ones are okay, but you put some chili and cheese on top of that, good sauce right there. All right, let's set this one here. That one. That one. That one. That one. Down here. That. Those. Get rid of that. I want torches. Ooh, I'll here first. Torches. 2 of those. Actually, 1 of those. Let's see here. Do you love shrimp? Don't like shrimp at all. I'll be honest with you. Not a big fan of shrimp. I never could develop a flavor for it. I know a lot of people like it. I don't fault them for that. My wife likes shrimp. Her and my mother-in-law eat shrimp quite often, but I never really could get a flavor for shrimp. That just, bleh, didn't like it. There are several foods in the world that are disgusting. I wouldn't say shrimp are disgusting. Shrimp falls into category of food that I can't eat because it's too ugly. Odd sounding, I know, but if food's too ugly alive, I just can't eat it dead. Maybe it's a mental hang up, I'm not sure, but yeah, I just can't really do that. If it's grody, then I'm not interested. And usually I find like I don't like lobster. I don't like a lot of seafood. That's probably an easier way to say it. Like I like a classic, you know, fish and chips. You know, you get yourself some cod or something like that and deep fry the heck out of that. I'm all about that. But my favorites would be that. I don't eat most other seafoods. I do like the crab and cheese rangoons that you can get at like Chinese restaurants. Those are pretty top. I like those a lot. So this is the fat stream today. I'm just going all over it. That one. Oops. That. Right. Got those looped. You know what? I probably could have built those all down here, and that would have looked better. Yeah, we'll do that. See here. Let's see. What is your favorite burger place? Again, for clarification, I'll say okay. We'll say fast food burger places. I'll narrow it down to that. Because I think that a fast food burger is going to be very, very different than a what do you call it? Like a sit-down restaurant's burger. So for fast food, I would probably say for consistency, I'd have to go with McDonald's. McDonald's, I think I get when I go to McDonald's, I get what I expect every time. I mean, you know, when they put it all in the bag, but that's every place. But when you go to a McDonald's, I know what the food I'm going to get tastes like. And a lot of restaurants aren't like that. You go to fast food and it can differ on your on what you end up getting. But I don't have that problem with McDonald's. It's always going to taste like McDonald's. But I think that better than anything else, I love the Burger King original chicken sandwich, add cheese. You've heard me preach its deliciousness before. I love the original chicken sandwich, add cheese. You have to add cheese because you should add cheese to everything. If it has cheese, add some more. But yes, that is probably my favorite sandwich, even though it's not technically a burger. Still mighty tasty. All right, so I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I think we can fit them all down here, which is going to look a little nicer. So if I go, that's the center. Go here, 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 here. Got to make sure that they're far enough apart that they don't run into each other. Because again, anytime you can streamline a process for people, I try to do that. I mean, I don't want it to be nice. The easier it is to see and understand, if they can see it all in one spot, then it's going to be easier for a new person to follow along on the tutorial. So again, I'm just throwing some of the stuff I think about when I make tutorials. I want to make sure that it's easy to see and understand. The one that I actually use on my world was the first time that I built this, so it's not quite as elegant as what I'm building right now. The tutorials almost always look better than my actual original designs because I have time to improve upon them. But with this, I won't need a second level, which is going to be really nice. Just do this. They're all going to run. I can pop all of this off. And that makes it much easier to move around as needed. It also gives me a couple good options for potentially connecting the outside with tunnels, so that way it'll automate out, because I'm going to automate this whole thing for people. Let's see. Come on, Wayback Machine, and see what YouTube looked like back in the day. Okay. Yes, ketchup flavored chips. If you've never had them, you're missing out. One of the most popular flavors in Canada, which means it's delicious. Let's see. Biscuits and gravy are disgusting. I agree, Teresa. We're on the same page. Disgusting. Speaker lava generating press by just putting extraction on top of the cauldron. You can. The only reason I've done it this direction specifically is I have a habit of connecting drums to these for extra lava in case something happens and one of them goes down. That's the only reason I really design it this way, is a lot of times I'll actually have this go to a drum and then go up. I thought about doing that this time, then realized I didn't need the extra lava for this setup. But you are 100% correct. Yes, that would actually be a smoother way. And since I'm not using the drum this time, you're probably right. That, again, for simplification, making it easier for folks, that would be much more beneficial. Again, if you're using it to also provide your lava, then the drum is 100% useful, because then you can connect a wireless transfer cable to that, and then you'll be able to just go ahead and have all your lava supply come from one of these, and it won't inhibit anything that you're doing. Yes, that is for smoothness. That is going to be much better. You are correct. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what else we've got here. Addicted to baked butterfly shrimp. That just sounds... My featured video in 2005 had below 1,000 views. Now, do you mean that's the video that they featured, said you should watch? Or is that the one of your video that you put up? Just be interested to know. Oops. All right, now I need modifiers in there. Sadly, this is something that'll take an extra minute, because even in creative, when you're loading something into it, you lose the original stack. So here, shrink, shrink, and where are we going? 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 4. That advancement while I'm here. Not that I care about the advancements in the tutorial world. All right, I know I'm falling behind on stuff. I'm trying to keep up here. Allowed you to have friends back in 2009. Really? That's interesting. I also love stuffing. People will come here for food advice and nothing. Well, you know, I didn't get this athletic figure from not knowing enough about food. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use energy transfer nodes, one off of each one of these. Now, again, I know flux and such can be easier, but flux is a little bit more complicated for new people I've come across. I get way more questions about how flux works than using regular energy transfer nodes. So I'm going to use the regular nodes for simplification. And then during the tutorial, I will mention something along the lines of, hey, and if you'd like to do this with flux, you can as well. But I am aware that flux would be much smoother in this situation, having them all connected together. But for new folks, this is just going to be a little bit easier to put together. So, these. Let's see. Your favorite pizza place is Domino's. No, my favorite pizza place is Pizza Hut. I ate at Domino's recently because I hadn't had them in a... Oh, I get back. We had Papa John's because we decided that we were going to try some of the different fast food, different pizza places we haven't tried in years, because we've always been a Pizza Hut family. My wife and mother-in-law and myself, even before I knew them, we all felt that way, which was kind of cool. But Those 1, 4. All right, here's the first one. First one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. Okay. Everybody gets 1. Doesn't matter which one. Each one's going to power its own battery, which powers 1 wall. Calculating it out, this will provide you enough power without any issue. One of these maxed out with all 4 stacks of upgrades, sticking to a battery, doing 1 wall will cover that. Trying to do 2 walls, it's not enough to power it. This uses a lot of power. But yeah, I'm a Pizza Hut guy. Again, mostly because for your money, you will get more toppings than you will at any other pizza place. It's a little bit pricier, and I also prefer stuffed crust, and they're one of the only places that have it. This may get loud in a moment. If it does, I apologize, and I'll throw down a muffler. I forgot to put the torches down. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any noises there. It's like, that's awfully quiet. Torch, torch, torch. Oh, someone said it too. Welcome back, Aiden. And hello to France on the rockification. Let's see. What is this? So right now, unfortunately, something happened with the Sky Factory 4 world that we normally play on. When I went to the Nether, no, when I went to the hunting dimension, it glitched out and it won't let us back in. So I'm going to have to find some type of backup save, hopefully, and be able to recover that. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually just building a tutorial. People can kind of see how I do that while we can chat. And hello, a person. Oh, I need the cobble again. All right, let's fire this up. 1. Usually takes about half a stack, and then you can hear when it kicks in. There it is. This will take a moment. It may get loud. Let me know if it's loud to you guys. Let's see. There's a second one. Depends on how the biscuits and gravy is made. All biscuits and gravy are the devil and are not tolerable. That one's working. Okay, now it's getting on my nerves. Fixed. Yeah, if you're going to run a couple of these in the same area, I recommend running a sound muffler there. Why do I hate biscuits and gravy? For they are disgusting and the devil. They are just atrocious. I can't eat them. They're too grody. All right, this is way better looking than the one I have in my regular world. So technically, to be honest with you, I could have put these in like a plus sign instead of side by side, but this will still work perfectly fine. The batteries are going to be charging. It's going to take a while because... Oh, you know what? Real quick. I'm not going to use this for the actual stream, but I may use some watches to help power up and get ahead on the power. Because it takes a while for the power to fill up the battery so they'll all run. I need watch. Two should be fine. Here. There. That on. I just got to remember to take this down before I film the... And that. Speed that up there. All right, so that's good. Why did that look watery for a moment? Right. Working? There we go. Lots of lava now. Should be cooking the power as quickly as possible. It'll take a while for these batteries to charge up. But they should have even though minimal, they're going to have enough to run the system the whole way. It's just they may not have extra going in to fill the battery, so we're good there. Let's see. What else here? Well, fun fact, I live 2 blocks down from the first ever Domino's. Hey, that's pretty good. I've worked for 3 Domino's Pizza. I enjoyed each one. Each one was a good company. I mean, just the company as a whole. Some pizza places are better to work for than others, but that's just like anything else. But I only had positive experiences at the Domino's Pizzas that I worked at. Hello, JFK. Good day, good day. I forgot to put my straw in there. No wonder it felt weird. Accidentally deleted my world and have to start all over again. That sucks, and I'm hoping I'm not about to step into the exact same issue. Because everything went kaput on the regular world that I stream on today. So hopefully it will end up being fixable. Yeah, so it's running enough power to keep it going, but it's not running enough power to build up excess. Yeah, all right, that's okay. As long as it's working, that's all I care about. Last time what I did is I went ahead and ran these and let them fill the battery before I connected the battery. So there's that. Let's see. At least it wasn't too far in. That's helpful. Yeah, it sucks to have to rebuild it either way, but it's still okay. All right, so that's the first step. Now we have to connect these so that actually the goods that are coming out of them will be put somewhere. See, it's building stuff up. And then after this, oh, moo. You know what? I still could build a second level. If I could build a second level, I had all the... Trying to figure out whether or not I could fit all the secondary processes. Break the bricks, smelt the bricks, and then put the bricks into the storage. I might be able to fit that up top. It would be tight. Hey, Casey. Hello. It might be a little easier to run all this if we put it all inside of one. Now I've got it all inside of two at my world, but let's see. Try this. Ah, you know what's going to happen. Whoop. No, I can't use that far. Take that back. I can't do that. Hold on. Because I have to I still have to connect all of the transfer cables to the front. Let me do that first. We do the transfer cables first, and then we'll see how much room we have to work with. I'm thinking it's going to be easier to still run it into a second machine, or at least outside. Why can't I spell transfer? Item and these. Okay. Would it be be tight? Okay, so that's going to be here. I do that on every side. Ah, still trying to get the habit of using these two buttons at the same time, and my finger. Oh. Okay, that should still be okay. I should have left a little more space in there. That's something I can clarify when we're building it. Let's see. I found Draven's live stream Flying High 16 on Wayback Machine. I don't know what Wayback Machine is, but cool. Wasn't that long ago. It was near the end of last year. Guess we'll just do all the ones I can reach while I'm up here. See where the sound, how far the sound muffler goes. Boop. 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 Much faster. Oop. Oh, there's that one. These two. Here. All right, let's see. Card fixing running beautiful. Excellent. That's always good to know you are safe, my friend. I need an oil change. I've been putting it off far too long. I've barely driven my car this year, which, you know, the state of the world, but still need to get that oil change. Yeah, probably look into that sometime in the next week. Oh, one more. Almost done already. All right. So now, easy part. Squeezy through. Drop it there. Thank you. Dang it. Running into everything. Get out of the way. Fat boy coming through. Look out. Here. Okay, there we go. So then all we have to do is pick a spot. That spot looks just fine. And then I'm going to need a tunnel. And I'm going to need a chest. Normally use a better compact chest, but I don't have any of those with me, so I'll just use a regular chest for now. And we're going to there. Yeah. You're going to have to move. Stay there. And then I'll need these. Pop. Oh, okay. That first. Set that there. I want it to go up. Now I'll set one there. Good. All right. So laser farm is working. Everything is moving. And everything is going to kick out the top. All right. What did I miss in chat? Where server would anyone join? No, there's things like there's people who'd be interested. It's a web archive where you can find websites. Looks like it's history. Well, I don't know if 2 months ago was history, but I'm glad I made it. All right, so this is done inside of here now. So that's good. Now we can go outside. Eventually. Here we are in tutorial world. Well, newest tutorial world. I had to rebuild one of these too. Gonna have to put a roof up there. I have to do that in a few. Let's see. That compact machine is going to be our finished method, and then I need it to go into another compact machine. Actually, do I want to put the processes inside the compact machine or outside of it? We'll build it out here. It might be a little bit easier for people. All right, so that's that one. I will need one more where I will show the beginnings, and that's where I'm going to show how to build one layer of them, of what we just did. Sucks when you build on the wall, you can't see inside anymore. It's always the sad part. Well, I guess. So in here, I'm going to put a chest with everything I will need to be able to do the tutorial tomorrow. Or I'm not going to stream it till tomorrow after the morning gets done. Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to record it. I want time with, I can't record it while we're all hanging out, right? All right, Noel, have a good one. What tutorial are we doing? So this tutorial is showing how to build a laser farm, which is I've had on my newest world here for a while. And people have asked me quite a bit how to do that. I'm also going to do a tutorial on how to build the automated diamond farm that I have, because I get a lot of questions for that. And I'm also going to do a tutorial showing how I built the explosive window that changed from goodbye 2020 to hello 2021. People have asked for that. But today, right now, we're concentrating on this laser drill. I had it built, and I didn't like the way it looked, so I started over again. That's why it looks like I'm starting from scratch. I had it all done. All right, so inside of here, components we are going to need. Let's see, let's clear this out. I will need some cobblestone generators. 4 of those. I will need users. Or I try to put in here the exact amount of stuff I need. When it comes to the primary things like cables, I don't care about throwing a ton in. 4 torches, 4 geothermal, 4, and then fluid cables. Where are they at? Where are you at? I'm actually going to only need 4 of those. I only use those for the lava themselves. Let's get those in there. Those. Now we'll do these. Get them down to my bar so I can get it out of here. Those. Get those. See? Okay. So that's going to run me. So it's on top. That goes on top of that. That power that loops it. I need the stuff for the wireless. So wireless transfer. I'll need some energy cables. One stack will work for this since mine don't technically disappear. Four. Even though when I put one down, it's not going to drop in amount, it's still easier for people to see exactly how many I have. Some of my earlier tutorials, I said, you'll need some of these, you'll need some of these. And a lot of feedback came back. Can you please tell us how many of these we need for this build? Some of the stuff I built at the beginning, like my very first mob farm tutorial, I was like, hey, that's how I build a mob farm. It doesn't matter how big you make it. This is how I design mine. And then everybody to this day keeps saying, yeah, but what are the exact specs? I'm like, well, I've said you don't have to be exactly, just it has to look kind of like that. To be honest, I would probably give somebody my password if they ask. That's how stupid. I would recommend not doing that, sir. All right, so now we have that. That's going to be all. Oh, GPS. I'll need GPS. Oh, wrong button. Hello, Bragg. Good day. Wrong button. I need GPS times 4. I'll put my chest. That, and I will need mineral battery. 4, 2, 3, 4. Helps that I grab some that are already charged. There, that goes there, that goes there. I will need laser grills, laser base. Base. Grill, base. Then to connect those, I'll need energy cables, those, and I will need item cables to pull the stuff back out again. Find out where the item cable, too many options. Cable's better. There we go. Those, stack of those. I will need chests again so I can do the exiting out. I will need a tunnel. Right? Connecting everything is that, and that. Chest is for exporting along with the tunnel. Now that I'm starting to think about it, ketchup flavored chips not sound that bad. No, of course not. They are delicious. If you've never had them, you should. Now, I recommend getting Canadian ketchup chips, not American. That is two very different things. All right. The Canadian ketchup chips, they use like a sweet ketchup. It's not the same flavor. I bought them a few times. I've come across them here in the States. It is a whole different beast that you're getting there. Having these ready to go will just be quicker when I do the actual tutorial. Try to streamline this as much as I possibly can, so when I'm in filming, everything's ready to go. It's less likely that I'll forget a step or a part if I have them all ready to go. That way I'm not running around saying, oh, what am I missing on this? Because that's happened, especially some of the earlier tutorials. I need 16 of those. Do I still play No Man's Sky? Yes and no. Yes, I still want to play it. No, I don't, because my computer's still messed up. Anything that is visually intensive, that 7 Days to Die, Subnautica, it crashes within 10 minutes every time, the whole computer. So again, my goal is to spend some time tomorrow after the morning stream diagnosing which RAM stick has gone bad, because we're pretty sure that's it. One of the RAM sticks have gone bad. I need to figure out which one it is, and then I can take it out. We'll run just poorly off of one for a week or so until I order some new ones in. I've got the cash to order it in. I just need to know exactly, is it one, is it both, how many do I need, that kind of thing. Or, worse, I need to diagnose that's actually the problem, because if it's not, I only drop $150 on RAM, and it not be the problem. Nope, mine's been sitting up here on the table, hasn't been touched. It's just that all of a sudden out of the blue one day, doing anything even remotely confusing or frustrating or visually stimulating, probably the wrong word, intensive again. That's where the problem came in. It just wouldn't let us, it started crashing out of the blue. Minecraft is the one game that it rarely does that as long as I don't crank up the RAM on it. And again, that's why I think RAM is the issue. When I raise the amount of RAM I'm using, then I'm more likely to have crashes here as well. I don't like them. One time we had to pick some chips, and all they had would be ketchup and salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar is my second favorite chips. Well, third technically, after all dressed. Then after that, I like dill pickle. Should try Cyberpunk and see how quickly it's. Oh, I'm not going to drop $60 on that game right now with not being able to verify it's going to work. All right. So now I have to build the processes that are actually going to make this work. I'm going to have them over here finished, and I'm going to build them again over here so that people can see how they're actually built. But I like to show, here's what it looks like first. Now let me show you how I'm going to build it. Salt and vinegar for the win! I love salt and vinegar. Dill pickle are right up there for me as well. I enjoy a good dill. There's my truck checks. I knew I had some spare ones. Once I make one, I can make as many as I like, but you can't, they're not in creative menu. You can't pull them out, sadly. All right, so I'm going to need compact machines. Let me grab one of those. I'm going to need a compact chest. Grab one of those. I'm going to need item cables. A lot. I did it again. I should put cables in. Sometimes you'll get a dill pickle. You'll get pickle chips, and that's where they get you. You see, sometimes you're ordering or you're getting pickle chips, and they are not pickle chips. They're pickle chips, but they're not dill pickle. They're like a sweet pickle chip, and that's atrocious. Never do that. Not good. Not good. Throwing them out since I didn't know what to do with them. You should have just rubbed them all over your face and loved every second of it. They're so good, ketchup chips. All right, so I will need some cobblestone, some stone, something to start with. So over here, we are going to build the exit. We'll start here. I have to cover up the light if I can help. Let's see, so they're going to be coming out from the top, going into a central chest, which is going out 3 different directions. Will work. I've just realized it won't let me move it. Oh no! Frustration. I will work on that later. I'm gonna go ahead and put the finished one over here. And then we'll, instead of building I'm gonna put the processes, but the original one I forgot needs to come out of here. So, boop. That, and then I will need, this is going to cause me problems. Yep, filling up in there. Okay, good. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Crouch and middle click to copy it with NBT tags. You have a 64-bit processor. I don't remember. Horrible about the spec stuff. I'll be the first to admit that. I'm horrible about that. But if you'd like to see, all my specs are on the website, onlydraven.com, underneath the streaming schedule. I have it all up there. Am I setting up a tutorial? Yes, Turtle, I am. The Sky Factory 4 world crashed again, and every time I try to get into it, it kicks me out. So I don't know what I did to mess it up, but I did something. So I'm going to have to figure out, hopefully we didn't lose it again, but I will work on that a little bit later. I'm not going to work on that right now. So I'm going to need, I did this poorly. This is where I messed up. Okay. I'm going to need all that stuff, but I need it in a different chest. There. Give me all your stuff. Here, look at all those advancements I just got. Ooh, you're not going in there. Get out of there. That. I remember when I do the tutorial that I build this in the right order. You don't want to connect that first. That needs to be connected last. That one. That one. That one. Okay. And then I will need transfer nodes. 3. 1. 2, 3. And this go here, here. Okay. Let's see. On your specs page, you should just have the video of Strongbad on his lappy. I have absolutely no idea what that means. I apologize. Yeah, we're doing the laser drill farm. All right. Let's see. So that's set. That's set. Goes out. I don't want to lose my chest, so let me put this back in here. Things are annoying to make. Homestar Runner. Nope, can't say that I have. I'm sorry. For the compact machine, to make a copy, crouch and select block and give you the block with all images. I'm just trying to pick it up and move it is the problem. And I can't break it because I'm in creative and it'll just destroy it completely. Is the issue. I wanted to move it, so I'm going to have to go into survival and move it in a minute. Is my issue. I started a new Sky Factory world and accidentally broke the tree and leaves and then the dirt. Well, now you have to start another one. Very annoying question, I'm pretty sure. Why is a diamond paxel in stone block equal to a wooden shovel pick with efficiency? I have absolutely no idea. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really done anything in stone block yet to really compare anything. I do not know. All right, let's see what we got. So the non-breakable, that's these ones. Get these set, because they're first. I mean, these. So whitelist these ones only. You. Then, I'm not sure I have everything in here. Fortunately, once I get things whitelisted, it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. Right. Here. Titanium. Meltable, break, melt. Oh, no, that's redstone. Coal breaks, lithium melts, tin melts, breaks, uranium melts, gold melts, diamond breaks, sapphire breaks, emerald breaks, lead melts, breaks, melts. Okay. Here, whitelist, one. Gold. Back. Other ones that didn't fit. Whitelisted. Right, so there's all that. Now I just need the breakables. Which is one of those. Stone. I keep getting stone in there back. I need to get rid of that. Iron, no. Redstone. Coal. Oop, not tin. Lapis. Diamond. Sapphire. Emerald. Not lead. Quartz. Those. They should fit perfectly in here. If they don't, then I'm missing one. Excellent. We've got them all. In whitelist. Okay, good stuff. Let's see. The enchantment gets the EMC level to the same as the Paxel. Oh, okay. Found a copy of Raft, like the game. Or here it is. That's fine for now. In they should start divvying up in the right direction. Good. All right, so that works. Now, each of those are going to send them to the 3 processes. First process is going to be our smelter, elite smelting factory, battery. A lot of times for tutorials, I just use a creative battery to power everything. I have enough tutorials showing how to power things that I will reference one of those. They don't need to see the actual solar or whatever that's powering it. So let's see. If I'm about to see if Diamond Pax can break obsidian. Okay. Is tomorrow the community play day? No. The community play day is going to be next weekend, and I'll tell you why. When I finish this stream, I'm usually in bed by 1 to 1:30. I have to get up again at 8 o'clock to prep for tomorrow's stream. Then Community Play Day starts at 6. So anything I want to do in between there, errands, cooking, cleaning, I make dinner for my family on Sundays, said running errands, filming things, trying to get them up on the channel. I found that if I do the play day on the same day that I do the community day, I just have too little time in there. But if I move it to the next week, I can do community play day, and then I have more time because I don't stream Merge Worlds until 8. So I get a couple more hours in there, catch a nap or whatever. So I try to catch a small nap, usually in the afternoon before we get to the night stream, especially community play day. So from now on, this will be easier for everybody to remember. Community play day is always going to be on the first Merge Worlds week. We do 3 weeks of Merge Worlds in a row. So after member stream, the next week will always be community play day. That way people know ahead of time and I could get it on the actual schedule. Now, the member stream is tomorrow. Community Play Day will be next week. Because that'll be... Merge World starts later in the day than the member stream does. So if we do it next week, and I do Community Play Day from 12:30 to 3 or 2:30, I have 5 hours before I have to stream instead of only having 3. Yes. Okay. All right, so we're building smeltery. I've got my battery. I typed E twice for some reason, I don't understand. I should also say, if you're hanging out tonight, I appreciate you coming by. I know these late night streams don't get quite as many views as other folks, and me doing the tutorial thing's probably not as exciting either. But I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. And if you are having a good time, please be sure to click like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can hang out for all of our exciting action. And if you are not yet a member of the Discord, you are missing out. You can find a link to my Discord channel on the top of my website, onlydraven.com. Exciting, fun thing to do. I recommend it. Factory. That's the one I want? Yes. So, I'm going to need a power source for this system. Battery. And I'm melting factory, manufactory on top. See if I can simplify this process a little bit. That looks good. That looks good. So I'm going to have chest. Have it coming out of the right. Okay. To there. To there. That. Extraction cable. Down. Right. Config. Right needs output. That's good. Auto eject on. Power needs to be back. So there. That's going to work. All right, so basically, GPS. That chest with that one. That is going to start putting... Oh, I'll need some upgrades. Oh, I didn't get power to that. I guess that would be helpful too, wouldn't it? Give you some juice, my friend. Hell, that wasn't smart. Get on the... Good Lord. Now he has the juices. All right. For that out, I'll need some upgrades to make this work. You know, well. Stack of those, stack of those, stack of those. Okay, and then I will need... They shouldn't be going in there yet. Okay, they're not. Extraction cable. And then I will have regular cables again. Is it taking them? is. I need upgrades. Speed upgrade. Energy up. There we go. So that's working. Let's see. I'm going to go to bed, Draven. I'm very tired. All right, Xbox, you have yourself a good man. We will catch you later. We've got about... Wow, we still got like an hour and 15 minutes of this stream. I didn't realize how slow I've been. Hey, I fixed my D&D light. I figured I found there's a button on it that you can keep it one color. So now it's not too blinding where you can't see what's lit up back there. I'm very excited by it. All right, there's process number 1. Now we need process number 2. I need an item collector. There's one. Need a miner. Controlled miner. Block miner. I forget which one is better. Not that one. But the one that doesn't use power. Yes. And then I need a placer. Yes. All right, so let me see. There's my miner, there's my placer, there's my collector. Okay, so that one goes there. There. That one goes there. Hey, Draven. Camp let me find a machine that lets me charge the jetpacks from the Iron Jetpacks mod. Do you know which one? I believe a powered anvil will. Let's find out. I got a moment. Battery. And I'll need some more cables. Traction cable. Battery. And traction cable. Powered anvil. Jetpack. There's the stone jetpack. Did not power it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so wireless charger will do it. You don't have to put anything in it. As long as you're close to it, it'll charge it up. Not the fastest specific thing in the world, but it will charge. Like, I have an infinite juice battery over there, so that's why it went really, really fast. But that's one way. I could have said there was... I could have sworn there was another charger. No, that one's horrible. I know in Sky Factory 3 there's one. I want to say I almost always use the Sky Factory, or the wireless. Do this stuff. Okay, this should work as well. Let me grab that. Oh, wait, hold on. Break this, or it's just going to charge it as soon as I put it in my hand. Yep, that'll work too. So any of these charger tier 1, 2, or 3 will allow you to charge from a power source, or you can use a wireless charger and it'll charge it up every time that you're near. Any of those chargers should work for you. The powered anvil was a failure. Don't use that one. All right, so I'm going to need more cables. Cables. What's up, Will Martin? How's it going, sir? Has been a while. So over here, rocking out. Today I'm just building a tutorial. I don't think I've ever streamed building a tutorial. The world I normally stream on has crashed pretty badly today, and I don't know why. So working on, I'm going to have to figure that out by tomorrow or by Monday's stream. But today we're just fiddling with a little bit of tutorial loving. Let's see, that's good to go. That's good to go. That's good to go. And that's going to be a transfer. That one. It's good. So that one's set. Now I just need the GPS for that one. Breakables are on the left. That one in. And I put that backwards. Ah, and I got rid of the wrong cable. My bad. Down. Okay. I want an XP pylon. It's called something else. Pylon. Okay, there it is. Fluid cable. And I will need a black hole tank. Nope. Well, that wasn't smart. Oh, that doesn't give XP. It'll catch up in a minute. Okay. Had a lot. I'm willing to bet a lot of stuff built up in there. Yep. Okay, so everything's ready to go except for that last thing. How's the chest look? Once it gets to the dilithium, that should start sucking up a little bit of XP. There it is. Oop, and I just filled up a black hole tank with a black hole tank. That's different. There we go. It's getting there. Good stuff. Let's see. Just having some old XC videos and saw you were live. Grown since I saw you last. Yes, I put on some weight. The channel. Yeah, the channel's getting there. It's becoming we're almost to a point where I can do it a full-time gig. Here's to hoping, right? Bragg says, so I've tried a bunch of stuff. It cannot break furnace, anything seared, hovered, pickaxe, break stone. Okay. Food question for you. Do you not like spaghetti? I don't mind spaghetti. It is my least favorite of the pastas. And not because it's bad, but growing up, my mom owned a bakery. And so she spent all day cooking, cakes and baking and all of that kind of stuff. So when she came home, the last thing she wanted to do was cook a big meal. And so my dad a lot of time would cook dinner after he got home from work. And my dad was not a cook. But spaghetti was something he really liked. And pizza and spaghetti were his two favorite things. He could eat those all day, every day, and would have never gotten tired of it. So we had spaghetti a lot growing up. And so I just got tired of it. Pasta-wise, I like a nice fettuccine Alfredo. Got some chicken in there, grilled chicken, a little Parmesan, delicious. All right, so that system is working. Need a lever. Or two. That off. Working, still working. How's it working? Still working. Well, stopping? Okay, thank you. Working. Not working? Still working. Oh, it's filling up. Okay, that's okay then. All right. I just want to have some stuff in there for when the tutorial starts so I can say, hey, here's how this works. That one's good, that one's good. And this should start processing a whole lot of love in about 2 seconds. Yeah. That's going to start sending to this, and this should fill up. That should fill up. Excellent. Let's see. I love spaghetti so much my mom fixed it for 3 months straight. That's all we had. That's harsh, my friend. But you know what? If you like it, there's nothing wrong with that. I could do that with pizza. I could eat pizza every single day and never get tired of it. And working for 13 pizza places, there have been times in my life when I did that. All right. Storage. Master. 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 Metallica for us. That. And I'm going to need some cables again. Ah! Rogue mustache here. Tickle my nose. Right. That down. And I'll need an import. Good on that. Let's. And chests? Anything in that? No. If I break it, I'll lose. Grab a good one. Upgrades. Where's the right upgrade? All right. Back of those. Whoops. I hit a button. Upgrades again. And that one. Right list. Okay. That will make that one priority 10. And then another one of these. I should be able. Okay, I've got to. Add in backwards. Failure for Draven. All right, so stuff should flow into that chest as it comes out. All right, so there's the simple storage, so I can show them how to connect the simple storage. Grab a GPS for that. Wow, I just threw away the chest I've been trying not to throw away. Lots of failure coming from our pal Draven today. Where's redstone? Let's make sure that doesn't start before I'm ready for it. All right. So that's set up to send the items where I need them to go. This is going to take care of the meltables. This is going to take care of the breakables. And this, oh, I need another GPS. This is where all of the other stuff is going to go. Fire it up. Turn that off as well. All right, here we go. All right, so now, again, our process. Inside the compact machine is a laser farm. It's making us all the loot in the world. The loot in the world is coming up through here. Everything that can be smelted is going through these two cables to this transfer node, brings it into a chest, drops it down here into a manufactory, which manufactures it, and then drops it down into the smeltery. Why is this still working? Is it? I could have sworn I turned that off. Maybe it's must be stuff that's in the cable. Okay. And then once that's done, it throws it over into here. Oh, I need a... Okay, that's something we needed. I missed one. Transfer node. Transfer node. Extraction cable. Get this fully up and going. GPS. This. There. Stone. So again, manufactory manufactures it, which turns it into two dust, and then 2 dust smelts into 2 ingots. That way you're getting twice the ingots for your return here. And then after it's done in the manufactory being smelted, the factories, the only way to keep up with it this much speed is to use a smelting factory. Kicks it into this chest, which sends it over to our